entertainment will be transformed.
Well, weep grog and weep knit among my fellow addicts. This is TFA 1024, the Transformers Addict here, coming to you with yet another video review. With Transformers last night, less than 28 days away, we're going to be taking a look at some last night figures until the release of the movie. And with that being said, we're going to take a look at the new Transformers, the last night premiere edition deluxe class, Barricade. So here he is with his previous form, or his first form and his previous form. And here we have Barricade in his vehicle mode. Now, Barricade is still a Saline Mustang, but he is an updated 2016 Saline Mustang. So rather than being 2007 Saline Mustang and an updated version of that one, or I think it was the same one, he never got an upgrade. I don't know. But he got an upgrade, and unfortunately the toy is not licensed by Mustang or GM this time, so we kind of got one that looks similar to it, but is not 100% close to the actual toy. I mean, the actual car. For instance, he doesn't have the nice big spoiler. It's okay. You know, it works. So, to show off basically what he comes with a small little Cybertronian-esque pistol. So you can go pew pew, bang bang, and get your Autobots. He's got a beaten stick, nightstick, whatever you want to call it. It's funny that he actually has a nightstick. And then he has his ring gun, as I like to call it. And it all stores in vehicle mode, so if you want to, you can go ahead. There are 2 ports on the back of his back windshield, and you just take the 2 pegs on the gun and line them up and peg them in. Now, you don't want to have him angled, because if he's going to start shooting, he's going to shoot his own light bar out. So what I like to do is like to just utilize it and angle it just a wee bit like that. Then you can take the gun. There's a small peg on the inside. Just peg it in like so. And again, same thing with the nightstick. Peg it in like so. And there's your weapon storage, and you can see a lot of his robot mode in the vehicle mode. He rolls as things with wheels should definitely do. I also noticed that he has a bit of a color palette change. Instead of being black like he was in the first few appearances he had, he is now this nice navy blue. Not sure how to feel about it, but if you look at it the right way, you know, it looks like it's black, but he does have some black here in the hood. I think that's the only actual bit of black he has, except for the text and the Decepticon insignia. But other than that, it's, you know, still Barricade, still the Copcon we love. Now he has to punish and enslave right there on both sides. But you know, there is that. Anyway, let's go ahead and get Barricade transformed into his robot mode by the power of stop motion. And here we have Barricade transformed and in his robot mode, displaying his weapon. Here he is in his robot mode. To already give you guys a quick comparison of his evolution, here he is with his, again, 2007 body counterpart and his Dark of the Moon counterpart. So just let you guys know, if you haven't already, Barricade had that same body from 2007 in Dark of the Moon, but for the toy-wise, they just decided to come up with a brand new mold, but it was the same mold in the actual movie on screen. So there's nothing really different in terms of this. So if we're really looking at his evolution, then we can just get DOT and Barricade out of here. And we can go ahead and just take a look at these two side by side. And as you can see, the evolution of Barricade has not really changed. He still has the car front as the upper body of his robot mode. He still has the whole side doors and the first front wheel wells as his arms. But on this one, he had his both sets of wheels as his arms. Whereas this one, he has a second set for his legs. He still has like the 4 eyes and everything. On the toy you can't really tell, but he did have 4 eyes in the film, so he does have 4 eyes in the toy in this iteration. And he still has his spiky boots, except the stubs are a little You know, these ones are a little more stubbier, where these ones are more elongated. And yeah, so they took inspiration from Barricade. You know, they took good measure of what he's supposed to look like in this film. Managed to make some reconnections with his other body designs, and I appreciate that. So, as you can already see, he has his weapons stored and held, so he has his ring gun. On mine, it does not like to stay complete, but that's okay. As long as it's looking like that, that's fine. But it does not like to stay complete, so if you have that same problem, you know, your mileage may vary. And it's just held on by the two simple pegs that go into the underarm slot right there. So, just to demonstrate, take the two tabs, plug them in like so, and have it locked in, and there you go. In terms of actual detailing and everything, I do absolutely love what they did with him. I'm starting to get used to the navy blue. I'm still not fond of it, but whatever. He does have a very, very nice head sculpt. Let's go and take a look at that head sculpt. It reminds me of that of a spider. And with that of the Decepticons in the live-action movie universe, they do have very insectoid/arachnid-like faces, which I do also greatly appreciate. And what I mean by that is, if you don't believe me, well, here's Barricade, and here's a picture of a spider's face right up here in this little corner. So, he also has some very nice detailing in the actual hood. Got the grill picked out, you got the light bars in the actual grill section. You have the headlights picked out in a nice white. Got a lot of nice molding detailing. The forearms are nicely done in that same navy plastic, navy blue plastic. A bit hollow, but that's only for the use of his arm. And this gun can go on both arms. He has that same point of articulation, or that same point of connection, because the way he transforms is the arms have to peg into those little pegs right there on the inside of his body, so they have to utilize that. But yeah, and of course he can't hold all his weapons, but I'm not gonna show all that off. But you got to see a cool pose of him, so that's neat. I'm gonna take off the nightstick as well, because we're gonna use that later for something else. I'm not gonna say what though. But to go into articulation, his head is on a ball joint. It can look slightly up. It can look not down because of the mandible-like fangs on his, you know, spider face. But his arms are on a rotational joint. They can go 360 degrees. They can go in and out, forward and back. He does have a nice forearm swivel on a mushroom peg. He can also bend his elbows at 90 degrees. If you want to, you can rotate these for however you wish, but I keep them up like that just for the sake of his other design. His legs are on a ball joint as well. They can go forward and back. You can move this backpack out of the way for better accommodation for said movement, and they can also go in and out. He has a nice mushroom peg swivel, and he also has a nice little over 90 degree knee bend. Well, actually, I think it is directly 90 degrees, but he has a nice knee bend on a hinge. Unfortunately, no foot articulation or ankle pivots, but that's okay. So what are we going to do now? I'll show you what we're going to do. There is a mod for this where you can actually take off this whole backpack section and have him have a riot shield. Now, I feel like this is something that could have been incorporated into the toy during early design planning and everything, but it's very simple to do. However, it's a pain in the butt. So what you want to do is you want to take this whole backpack section and carefully wiggle it out of place, because this is clear plastic and this will crack and get brittle, so be very, very careful. And just pop it off like that. Next, you want to take the nightstick and you want to have him hold it like such. Lock this section into place. Carefully, just go ahead and try and slot that in. And unfortunately, the connection is very weak, so don't get frustrated if it doesn't work right away. It will work. It just gotta be patient with it. And if you're lucky, you can have Barricade hold a riot shield. And that looks really, really good. I'm I feel as though if they wanted to, they could have thickened up that nightstick just a bit more to where he actually could have a proper grip on it, rather than it's so, rather than it's not so loose in hand. But I'm not really going to complain, because regardless, he does have a really cool riot shield, and I dig it. I really do dig it. So if you want to go and try it, by all means, go ahead and do so as you wish. You can also utilize it the other way, where it has the skinny end like such, and then you can actually have him hold the nightstick something, properly. But again, it's a little bit of a pain to have him to do so. But you don't have to do it if you really don't want to. So, go ahead and take the nightstick off. I'll do another jump cut, and I'll give you my final thoughts on this full figure. So with that being said about everything that we have seen with this figure, I think, honestly, if you really want Barricade, I recommend that you go pick him up. I assume that a lot of the people who were collecting the new Last Night toy line are starting off with both Barricade and Optimus here, but that's just me. I mean, honestly, those are the only two new molds we really got, aside from Berserker, and, well, I'll give my review on Berserker sometime this week or so, but we'll see. But yeah, Barricade is honestly a really good figure. He gives me like a Age of Extinction Bumblebee feel with some of how the transformation is. I'm happy to see him back on the big screen and sporting a brand new look for the new year and for his new debut. The weapons, I honestly think, are really cool. I've liked this whole ring gun thing that he's got going on, and I'm curious to see how he's going to utilize that in the film. Love the fact that they gave him a beating stick. And I like that they also kind of gave him a pistol, and he can actually holster the weapons on his actual toy. So I think that's really, really cool. And if you can make the Riot Shield mod work, then by all means, you're just adding on to the love of this figure. Because again, it's a good figure. It just could have been done a little bit better. Nothing against Hasbro or anything, I just feel like the final product of what we got isn't what we were supposed to get. I feel like there could have been more to this. But that's just me. But hey, let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. With that being said, my fellow addicts, that's pretty much it. So, this has been my video review for the Transformers The Last Night Premier Edition Deluxe Class Barricade. And I want to thank each and every one of you for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, share, and of course subscribe if you're new to the channel or you want to see more of my awesome videos. Because this is the only channel where your entertainment will be transformed. And if you want to contact me in any way, shape, or form, by all means, go ahead and look me up anywhere on social media. And once you message me, please be respectful, be appropriate, be patient, and I'll reply to you guys as soon as I can. With all that being said, my fellow addicts, that's pretty much all there is to say. So, please remember, until next time, to get addicted, stay addicted, and TFA addicts for life. This is TFA 1024, the Transformers Addict, rolling out. Peace.
Are you username LadiesMan217? Are you username LadiesMan217?